Account abstraction, the unbiased and modular approach. Hello, everyone. My name is Yamen. I'm a smart contract engineer at LUKSO. I mainly work on the LSPs, LUKSO standard proposals, the proposals that aim to enhance the blockchain user experience. And today, our talk is a little bit different. It's not a typical account abstraction talk. It will be mainly about it's not clicking. Yeah. So it will not be another boring talk about why we need smart contract accounts and what's the limitation of your externally owned accounts. We will be talking about how you as a user will choose the smart contract account and how you as a developer will choose the smart contract account to integrate into your application. And what are the criteria that makes a good smart contract account? So is it features, modularity, unbiasedness, etc.? So when you go into the Web3 ecosystem and you search for like a list of smart contract accounts, you will see BLS Wallet, Safe by Gnosis, the Soul Wallet, Mangoes, Argent, Sequence, and Universal Profile. And probably at this stage, you will be confused and say, which one should I use? And what people tend to do is that they fall back on features. So they see that, okay, this wallet has specific features like account abstraction, social authentication support, multi-chain support. They go see Safe, they have a multi-signature access, they have modules to attach, extendability. With Argent, you have like some multi-calls feature and the native smart contract recovery, etc. So now again, you're confused and saying, what features should I pick and what are the essential features that my smart contract account should include? And the answer is, it does not matter, because features are preferences, and preferences evolve and change over time. I can have my smart contract account that at certain stage has a social recovery feature, and then decide to have a relay transaction, and then after a month decide to have a permission control. And even within the social recovery feature, I can decide the first month that it's based on guardians, the second month it requires an additional password, third month it introduces a time lock. So that's why we should not focus on features. So what should we do? We have two choices. Either we change our account whenever we need a new feature, or use a customizable account where features can be plugged in. With the first choice, you need to know several stuff. Whenever there's a new feature, you need to, if you're deploying a new account, whenever there's a new feature, you need to migrate your tokens, you need to migrate the data, and then you need to bear the cost of the migration. And then there's your reputation that you cannot transfer to your new account. So if you do a bunch of stuff on the first account, it's done, it's just relative to the first account, and you lose your reputation. So that's why the first option is denied, and we should go with the second option. With the second option, it's modularity. So you have your main account, your smart contract account, and if you care about new features, you can just plug them. So if you care about ERC 4337, you can plug it as a module. And if you care about other ERC functions, such as on ERC 721 received, on ERC 1155, you can also plug them, but not introduce them natively in your smart contract account. And even with your owner, you can enforce some execution rules. So your smart contract account doesn't have any execution rules. So you can have an owner that says, OK, it's a multi-sig, you require several signatures in order to execute. You can have a social execution, or like a permission system. And even you can decide to go with the old way and just have a smart contract account. And this is what we call the unbiasedness. So the unbiasedness is just having a smart contract account where there is no biased features. And this is what most of the wallets and accounts fail with. So every smart contract account in the industry have some native features. So we can say the BLS wallet have some logic that requires the BLS execution. So if you change your mind later, it's done. Like you need to switch to a new wallet, and you're stuck with the BLS. And also it's the same with Safe. it's a multisig by design. Even if you can have like just one owner, it's still a multisig. So unbiasedness is just having an account where it's a generic executor, where rules are based on the owner, not in the account itself, and a generic storage where you can store any kind of information. So you can store information in the account and have an owner that is influenced by this information. So you can store permissions in the smart contract account and have an owner that tracks this permission and check who is allowed to execute or not. And many people tend to have upgradability as a counter argument. So they say, OK, we don't need a modular smart contract account. We can just plug them all in one account and have upgradability. And this is bad, because upgradability is a bug in the context of accounts that are meant to be trusted. Achieving trustfulness is not with upgradability. It comes with immutability when you cannot upgrade your account. Because when you have a smart contract that is upgradable, it's not actually an account. It's anything. It can point to an account today. Tomorrow it can point to an auction. The third day it can point to an NFT project. And because the future is social, you can have a reputable person that interact with this smart contract as if it's an account, and then the second day the person turn it to an NFT rug pull contract. And because everything is public on the blockchain, we can see that a reputable person, an important figure in the blockchain space interacted with this account, and then people will be fooled into interact this with this contract and then have their money stolen. So upgradability shouldn't be acceptable in smart contract accounts, and we need to reevaluate what makes a good account: immutability, modularity, and yeah, I think that's it. So with universal profile is the first immutable and unbiased and modular account. Every other account in the Web3 ecosystem is either upgradable or biased. So I invite you to try the universal profile with the universal profile browser extension launched yesterday. You can scan the QR code and then you will be forwarded to an article that explains how to download the extension. That's it. Thank you. Any questions? A question?
A question. Yeah, thank you for presenting this, and this is a really good, I haven't seen this presentation before, so this is a really good explanation of what I meant with the unbiased account. This is a good standard, you know, is flexible enough, but also defined enough, and an account needs to be unbiased. Ideally, most standards need to be unbiased, because otherwise they're not good standards. I mean, obviously this is not the technical, so if you want to understand the real deal and how it works internally, there's a lot more presentations online, but really the holy grail is docs.luxo.tech. You go there and you find everything about, you know, all of these standards. They are described with nice schemas and hopefully very digestible. There's these standards docs themselves. They're really the most condensed form of everything. But the good thing is, if you are a developer, right, this also sounds like, oh my God, how I integrate universal profiles. It seems I need to now learn a new language here. If you are building a DApp and you want to interact with universal profiles, literally, you don't need to do nothing, because a universal profile, the browser extension, works exactly the same way like MetaMask from the DApp developer's perspective. So basically, you just request an account. In this case, you get a smart contract address back, which is the universal profile, not the EOA. And then you just send transactions the way you always have sent them. And all the magic happens in the browser extension. You have now one additional benefit, because you have a smart contract address that you got back. You can now read profile data and read additional stuff from that profile. So you instantly already have a user that has a face and a name and everything else. So it makes building a DApp a lot more pleasant, and also you have finally users that actually have an easy in, and all the other 50 steps that we heard in the first talk, you know, are not necessary anymore.
True. Question?
Hey, Yamen.
Hey.
My voice is still very much gone. We have a question in YouTube from anonymous schemer Harvey,
Yeah.
which is, since upgradability is a bug, are safe account a bug since they are upgradable?
I would say it's an opinion. Like, safe is upgradable, yes, but that means you can turn your safe into anything. The safe can be not just an account. As I said here, probably not here, in this present slide, you can turn actually the safe into an NFT rug pull. It doesn't mean there's actually a bug in your safe, but you can turn the safe into whatever you want. So now you're breaking the immutability of the contract, and you're fooling people to think that it's a safe, but it could be anything else. That's it.